My husband and I are celebrating our 4-year anniversary, and he took me to High Hand Nursery and Cafe in Loomis, California, where we enjoyed a wonderful brunch. The food was delicious, and he surprised me with this beautiful arrangement. And then afterwards, we walked around the nursery, looked at all of their beautiful plants. They have a ton of maples. And then we were able to pick a few plants for me to take home. Really enjoyed this time that we had together.
I'm mainly looking for white flowers. Oh, it's a bacopa.
As I'm editing this video, I realized that I have been panning too quickly at the nursery, and I think I was just too excited and wired to see everything. So I'm sorry about that, friends.
That's vibrant. Whoa, that's cute. Oh, oops. Wow. Do you like this one?
Back there too, just not as big.
I'm gonna go over there real quick. Oh, cool. Oh, that smells delicious. Wow.
This was such an unbelievable moment, and I am so grateful to have experienced this, to have a hummingbird fly by so closely next to me while I was looking at this fuchsia. If this wasn't a sign to get a fuchsia, I should have taken it, I should have bought it, but I didn't, and now I have regrets, and I shall go back to High Hand Nursery and buy that pot. But I was I felt so blessed to have been able to witness that so closely, and I hope I did scare the hummingbird.
Figurines. exciting. And kale. I get to walk over there.
After High Hand Nursery, we drove over to Winters, California, which is about an hour away from Loomis. And we went to Park Winters where they were having their spring market sale. And I was really excited to go and experience Park Winters because I've heard so many great things about it, and I've seen just pictures of it online, and I've been wanting to go. This has been on my Sacramento bucket list for forever, so I was really glad that we were able to find time to go and walk around the venue and just see all the beautiful and creative things that they have done, where they had recycled and reused some materials to create their tea house. I saw that they used a fence board to create a trellis, and I thought that was so creative. And I also really loved the dried flowers market barn that they had, where you could put together your own little dried flower bouquet if you wanted to. And then next to that was the flower farm, and there weren't quite a lot of flowers blooming yet in the farm, but surrounding the farm there was a ton of poppies and tulips, and saw some climbing roses, and it just looked so whimsical and ethereal. And I'm sure when there are more flowers blooming in the farm that's going to be quite a sight itself. So I'm hoping that we get to come back when there are more things in bloom. But it was just so beautiful to walk around and to enjoy all of this with my husband. After that, we made a quick stop at Home Depot to get some new pots for the new plants that we got, and saw that they had more bulbs and more Proven Winners Super Bells out, and I was so excited.
It's a beautiful sunny day, so we're going to do some playing outside and do some more gardening things. It's bright. I'll kind of show you some of the things that we did over the weekend. So I did do a couple of planting things, and we had this extra wooden planter box, so I decided to plant some Supertunia bubblegum, ranunculus, that I picked up from one of the nurseries. Picked this up last week now. And this one has little splashes of pinks on the outside, so that's really pretty. Just adding more to the moon garden. I also planted up some cosmos, and I don't know if it was too early or what, but just wanted to add some more to the center. And today I do plan on planting up that osteospermum that we picked up at the nursery during our anniversary brunch. So I'll be planting that up. I think I'll put that in a pot. And figuring out what to do with these Proven Winners Supertunia Tiara Blue. I don't know if I want to keep the purples or blues there along the edges or putting in a pot, but we shall see. We also picked up Kale Storm, one's for my dad, or both. I don't know if I want to keep one yet, but I don't eat kale and he does, so I might just give both of them to him. We also did some redecorating. We got this azalea yesterday at the nursery as well. It's a Proven Winners azalea. Which kind is this? This one is Mundo Double White. So I think I'll plant it in this pot, or I'm trying to figure out which pot I want to plant it in. This one or this one. I was also thinking that pot for the silver lining that we picked up, and I think I will be planting, if we go over here, pick up this plant and putting it here. How do we feel about the darker pot, or should I go lighter? I kind of like the contrast, but I also like the more orange clay terracotta. So we'll see what other pots we have available for that plant. I did move this around, added the bench there. Don't know if I'll put it there, that pot there, but we'll see. I did move these over here for now, and trying to do a little bit more cleanup work here. So that's what we're doing this weekend, but I am gonna pot this one up.
This is the point that I realized I needed a bigger pot, but I didn't have anything, and so I start looking around to see if there's anything that could work, but to no avail. So I decided I'm just gonna continue to plant it in this pot, and then maybe this week I will just see if I could find another pot for it, or yeah, so this is a temporary home for it, I guess.
I just finished repotting this African daisy, and this was the only pot that I had available. This is the biggest one that would work. That was terracotta, and I don't know how I feel about the contrast between the two. I'll just stick with it for now, and then if it really bothers me, then I'll just go to Home Depot or something and find another kind of pot that might work. Ideally, I would have wanted something a little bit bigger so I had room to spread, but for now, this will do. And then once it grows up a little bit more, then I'll probably just get and upsize the pot and get something that's a different color from this. But for now, this will do. And then we'll see what else we can do in our garden today.
At this point, I was thinking of replanting the silver lining roses that I got, but then I read the label and realized that I think I needed a little bit of a bigger sized pot. So then I thought, maybe the azaleas would do better here. And then also thought the same thing, that it needed a bigger sized pot. So we shall be making a trip to the hardware store or to Home Goods, and we will go on an adventure to find the correct size pots for these two plants. The weather has been so nice today, so I wanted to continue to do some more planting and decided to turn to this corner of the house and finally tackle these nemesias and plant them in ground. I finally settled on planting this denim nemesias here on this little spot, since it seemed to have been doing well the past couple of weeks. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I decided to plant this other denim nemesias in this little spot right here. I think it might be a little bit tight, but that's what's great about cottage style planting, is that you can really play around with the spacing and things close together. Kind of looks nice. It's kind of the look that I'm going for. So we'll see how this will do here close to these roses and this verbena, but I'm hoping that it will thrive and that it will be happy in this little area right here. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed just seeing all the beautiful things that I have seen, especially the hummingbird. The hummingbird was such a beautiful and magical and fairy tale-like experience. I hope you continue to join me in this journey of transforming my space into a little cottage garden in a pocket, and that you subscribe and that we will flourish together.